guys, it's Proud Cat Lover, and I thought since I hadn't made a video with my cats in a while, I would make a video showing you guys what I feed my cats, what works for me. And where I have older cats, my food has to be able to cater to older cats, as you can see here. This is formulated for cats 7+ years, and as you all know, Rose is 8 and Blossom is almost 13, so I had to really be careful on what I chose just because my cats are picky, I suppose I'll say. If the food is too small, Blossom just swallows it, and if the food is too big, he has problems chewing it. And my vet recently had told me within the last year or two ago, back when Blossom got off of his phenobarbital, that since he was getting older and it would be a lot healthier for him as well, I believe she said for his liver or his kidney, one of the two, or both maybe even, was to also put some moist food into his diet, or into all my cats' diets really. So I feed all my cats, which, well, Squeaky has, where she gets a different brand than my indoor cats, but once I'm able to have my own place and Squeaky gets moved inside, she'll be eating the same as my other cats. But right now, where she's outdoors, I'm afraid that if I feed her the nice stuff that's really expensive, other outdoor cats are going to come up and eat it as well, because that happens all the time. So she gets a different food than them. She gets Purina. She doesn't get any of the other junkier stuff like Friskies or something, because I don't really like how they put food coloring in their food and stuff. But we'll start out with wellness, and which, let me hold my camera a different way real quick. There we go. So I actually was looking into, way back when I had Roxanne and she was having problems with throwing up a lot and everything, I was wanting to look into seeing how I could make my own cat food. Well, after finding out it was extremely difficult, you need all these vitamin powders, all these different proteins, and you have to know all this different stuff and put in all these different ingredients, and it sounded way too expensive for what I could afford. But a lot of people were saying that this was almost just as healthy as making your own. This actually comes in tons of different flavors. This one here is the softest, along with one that I think has beef in it. Because there's like a few that are really hard and you have to add water to them because they're so tough for them to eat. They're not smooth where they can just lick it. And I mean, this isn't like runny or anything like some moist foods are. This has a, you know, semi-firm consistency to where it still clumps but it smooths out easily. I wish I would have actually shown you guys when I was feeding them earlier just kind of the consistency, but like, there's a few out there that are just super tough that I would never buy again because there's pretty much no moisture in the can when you open it up. And this one I like because it has a good amount of juice. Like, when you open it up, there's probably about this much liquid that goes around the can of food. And I normally just mix all of it in so that all of it has the liquid mixed in before I feed any, when I open a new can. This one is grain-free. I don't remember if I said that. The Authority is not grain-free because it has corn in it. Because I didn't see any wheat or barley when I looked at the ingredients. The only thing I saw was it has brewer's rice and ground corn and corn protein concentrate. And then it has a whole bunch of other stuff. But it has a lot of vitamins, and then as well does the canned food. I just like how the wellness is grain-free. And and I like how I have a lot of stuff that I get now that's way more healthy. Like, I don't like having byproduct crap in there. I mean, I know chicken meal probably isn't the best, but at least it's not byproduct. I'm not too crazy about byproduct and colors added in and everything. But this one here, I'll show you the ingredients. And as you can see, it all starts out with fresh, like, fish and chicken, and then we go into, like, sweet potatoes and cranberries and blueberries and all this other stuff, which I know cats probably wouldn't be eating that out in the wild. But, I mean, well, if they were feral cats, I should say. But my cats love this stuff. Like, this is their favorite flavor out of all of them, and I think there's, like, 7 different flavors that Wellness makes that I've tried, and that one's their favorite. Of course, each cat will have a different taste, but mine really like it where it's just a lot smoother for them to eat. And of course, since this bag is in here, both my cats are on the bed, even though they just got done eating. So, I'll tell you real quick, these cans, depending on where you buy them, they're a little bit more expensive at Petsmart, because that's the only place I can find that has wellness. Our Petco only carries like a couple cans, and I buy like 12 cans at a time, and it'll last me probably a month or two. If I'm feeding 2 cats. It didn't used to last that long when it was Roxanne as well. This bag right here, okay, wait, I'll tell the price of this real quick. So, for me to buy 12 cans in a box, the place that I get it, which, All Paws Pet Center or something I think the place is called, that I buy mine from, they have a 10% discount if you buy a whole box. So it only costs me about, I want to say between $37 and $42 for 12 cans, and they are, let me see what size it is. This one is the 12.5 ounce can. They also come in little cans that are about this tall, and the littler cans are, they're like a joke. Like, there's probably enough food in there for one cat to have 3 meals in one day. Or, you know, it might be able to last if you did 2 meals a day. But it doesn't hardly come with any food, and it's a little bit cheaper than this big can. But not by much. Like, if you were to buy 2 small cans, it would be more expensive than just buying a big can. So I think they're around $3.25 or something like that per can. Some places charge up to like $5 a can, so you really need to shop around or look online. Only bad thing about looking online is you risk them being sent to you dented. With the Authority cat food, I believe it's around $22 for an 8-pound bag. It has almost all ingredients in it that are pretty good. Like I said, just had that chicken meal, and it has a couple, it has the corn and rice in it. But other than that, it didn't have any wheat or barley because I read it before I made the video. And with both of these foods, I just know how much my cats can eat now. I can't really, I mean, I guess I can try to imagine how much I give them for you guys. I think I probably give them around 1/4 of a cup, or a little less than 1/4 of a cup each time I feed breakfast and in the evening. I normally give them the cat food at lunch, or I'll do cat food at breakfast and supper, and I'll do canned food at lunch, so I kind of switch it up between. And normally with the cat food, I just give a handful, because my cats like to munch on it throughout the day, so they don't really eat all of it at the same time. So that would just, and I'm sure it probably has like feeding directions on the back here somewhere, or on the side. It'll probably tell, like, if you have a kitten, yeah, it says feeding guidelines right down there on the bottom of the bag. With this, you really just kind of measure out how much your cat can safely eat without throwing up, because before I knew how much I could give my cats, Blossom would throw his up because he'd be eating too much, so that's when I started to give him a very small amount at a time. And with Rose, she doesn't eat a lot anyway, so I did that as well with her. And it looks like, I didn't notice that before. But these are the different things that it says here on the back of the bag. And then it says down here, they have, and this is the different kinds of foods that they have for kittens. They have, of course, for the adults, and then they've got for the elder cats. We might as well just erase mature, put elder, because that's what my cats are. Not really Rose. She's still pretty feisty. But Blossom, he is an old geezer. Aren't you, sweetie boy? He still gets a little run around every so often when he has used the litter box and done number 2, and likes to celebrate by running around the house because he was successfully able to poop. He hasn't had any problems yet because I think the moist food helps him a lot now, because his stool actually looks a lot different than it used to when he was on his other food, and he is more regular, so I think the moist food mixture with the dry food also is helping him to be able to go to the bathroom more often, if you know what I mean. And that's healthy for your cats to go often. Of course, not like super often, because then something might be going on that would be really odd. No, I'm talking about like maybe once or twice a day, you know, the regular period that an animal should be going to the bathroom and everything. But anyway, I'll put like a link in the description of where I purchased these and the prices, and I'll see if I can find websites, like web addresses, to see if there's any way I could link it in there as well. That way you guys can check it out if you're interested in looking for a new diet for your cats. And like I said, I'd suggest probably feeding both of these, or at least trying a different type of moist food or dry food, vice versa. The dry food is nice because it'll help keep the tartar build up off of your cat's teeth if you only were to do moist food. The moist, they can't really chew it. It doesn't really help to clean their teeth and everything. So I still feel that it's nice to have a little bit of a type of treat or dry food or something that's in their diet every once in a while. So anyway guys, thank you for watching and have a good day.